Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where today we are going to be installing this brand new steering wheel on my BMW F10 535i. Let's get straight into this. That's right, a brand new steering wheel on my BMW F10 535i. This is a huge mod. I have always wanted to do this. This is one of the first things I wanted to do, but I just never got around to it until very recently. Thanks very much to LDHMI for sponsoring today's video and sending out one of their carbon fiber steering wheels. But before I say anything else, I just want to let it be known that even though this video is sponsored, I am not going to be biased for or against the brand or the product. I'm going to give y'all my honest, neutral, true, real, genuine opinion on this steering wheel and of course, you know, the company and services. But yes, thanks very much to LDHMI for sending out the steering wheel today. So today, like I said, we're going to be installing a brand new steering wheel, which you may have seen from the thumbnail, on my BMW F10 535i. And that's not to say that the steering wheel that I have now is ugly or bad or anything, but here it is. You guys have seen it before. This is the pre-LCI M Sport steering wheel for the F10. As far as I know, this is the only car that BMW ever offered this exact steering wheel on. Because I know the F30 came in a similar style, but it's not the same. I think this F10 is the only one with this style steering wheel, and it's not ugly. It really isn't. It's very pretty. And of course, I do have the stitching cover on it, you know, stitching cover brand. Cover on it, real leather. It's amazing. I love it. I did add, of course, a little 12 o'clock marker. The steering wheel looks fantastic. A lot of the big name steering wheel manufacturers, they all start at like $700 for a steering wheel. LDHMI starts at $230. 230 bucks. As of right now, as of filming this, is a starting price for a steering wheel for a BMW F10 or, you know, similar F30, everything. That's really good. I'm gonna be honest, I have seen it already, but I didn't take anything out. I was just so excited. So let's put this on the table and open it up. All right, so here it is, of course. This is the box. Oh my God. The packaging itself is really nice, really good packaging. I'm very, you know, confident. And by the way, yes, it brings the airbag. So it's not just the steering wheel, it brings the airbag. So that's what I'm saying about the competitive pricing. No other company that I know of can send you a steering wheel for that cheap. This is really, really good. And if it is 100% real carbon fiber, take a look at that. I did customize it as well. They have steering wheels for literally pretty much all cars. Mercedes, BMW, Acura, Audi, Volkswagen, Porsche, Ferrari. They literally have steering wheels for every single car, pretty much. So take a look, I'll put a link to them in the description below. Is not $230 like the starting price is. This one is a little bit more, but that's only because I've customized it fully with the M stitching colors, the carbon fiber, the yellow 12 o'clock marker, and this does have the heating function, even though my car does not have the heating function. Okay, let me take all of this paper off. This is insane. I can't believe the quality of everything. The leather is real and it smells like leather. The paddles. Now, I will be honest, I don't know how these third-party manufacturers for these wheels, genuine stuff. I mean, these paddles, they feel real. Like, these are the exact same paddles as in the M4. They feel the same. The buttons feel the same. I don't know how they do this. It looks unreal. Check it out. Of course, I did get the yellow 12 o'clock marker to match, you know, all the yellow and everything. All right, check this out. We got the yellow 12 o'clock marker right here. We got real carbon fiber on the top and bottom, flat bottom, that is, and you can fully customize your wheel to look exactly how you want it to. I customized mine like this because I've always loved the flat bottom look, the simple, you know, leather with the M color stitching, and the yellow 12 o'clock marker. Oh my God. I haven't taken this off of the airbag because I have to take the airbag off, which I believe is just these two little holes. It's been a while since I've removed an airbag from a car, but oh my God. Check it out. This is insane. That you can grab onto and grip that's nice and thick because, my God, this is really thick. It's gonna feel substantial. The car is, right? That's my theory. That's why I changed my pedals, which, you know, on an automatic car might not do very much. The shifter, it feels great. But the steering wheel is the main thing that I can change, especially, like I said, having an automatic. This feels unreal. I cannot wait to put it on the car, see how it looks, and feel how it drives. All right, so I just got the airbag off. Very simple. I got a little screwdriver, a flathead, and I just put it in these two little holes, pushed it out, and this popped out. And I do gotta say one thing, just for everyone's peace of mind, because I was also thinking about this. This is a real BMW airbag. I don't know how they do it. Germany, GmbH, and BMW sticker here. Check it out. Let's take this cover off. Wow. Oh man, that's beautiful. All right, well, Now that this is off and this is fully taken apart, we can go ahead and take a look at the inside, which you can see everything is just the right way. Everything exists in the right spot. Wow. All the connections, of course, are right here. You can see the connection point right here. I'm gonna figure out how to route that best, if, yeah, I guess over or under this little metal bar here. On. So let's go over to the car and take that one off. Now the first step to this whole thing, of course, is you do have to disconnect the battery because you don't want the airbag exploding in your face. Let's not do that. Let's instead open up the battery, which, by the way, on the F10, if you don't know, is down here. You do have to take off two 10mm little nuts right here, and then you can access the battery, which it's a little more complicated than it should be. A little trick I like doing is to put a towel or a cloth or something right here so that the trunk does not lock on you if it closes. I know not every F10 has the electronic trunk, but mine does, and if it closes, then there is no way of this getting released. So, yeah. But it is what it is. Let's get this battery disconnected. Now I'm going to go ahead right here and disconnect this negative terminal using a 10mm socket. Get this off. And of course, now the battery should be disconnected when I take this off. Okay, now we are inside the car. We're finally taking off a little hole right underneath the steering wheel. Right here, you can see that hole. I'm gonna go ahead and put this flathead screwdriver into it and try to pop the airbag off. It should be just a direct, pretty much pop off. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera back and I'll try to take this off. So something that I noticed is your screwdriver cannot be too thin, and so I got a slightly thicker one and I put it in angled this way, as in vertically towards the front and rear of the car like this, because what you're going to be pressing on is this right there. That little stick, you're going to be pressing up on it, so you have to make sure that your screwdriver is at the right angle, of course, to catch it and push it up. When you push it up, this just pops right out. So let's go ahead, disconnect it, and start taking the wheel off. Your socket and remove the actual bolt holding the wheel onto the car. So let's do that. Alright, bolt is out, steering wheel should fall right out. Haha, take a look at that. Awesome. Now, like I said, this is a really nice steering wheel. I really like it, but it's time for better things. Steering wheel is great, treated me very well. I loved it, had it since the car was new. Well, I didn't, but the car had it since it was new, I assume. But it's time, like I said, for a few things that are just a little bit cooler and better. So let's grab the new steering wheel, bring it on over here. Actually, before we do that, let's compare this one to the new one. So we have before and after. Main things you notice right away, of course, the shape, the color, as in the carbon fiber. This 12 o'clock marker is definitely thinner than the one that I put on. This is probably, this is definitely a much more tasteful. This is, looking bad at it now, this is a literal one-to-one plug and play, just transferring the steering wheel over. Actually, we don't even transfer anything. Everything that's on here stays here. Even the paddles are different, I did notice. And the other thing that I noticed is this is pretty heavy. If I had to put like a weight on this, I'd say this is around, genuinely, maybe like 8 to 10 pounds. This one, probably 5. It's crazy, and I know that, you know, steering wheel weight. Okay, that's enough. Let's put this on the car. I literally cannot wait. This is, like I said, one of the first things that I wanted to do to this car. Check it out under the sun. Wow. Wow. Awesome. Let's go ahead and put this right on here. Now, the first thing you have to make sure of is that all of your cables are in the right spot to be, you know, able to be installed. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on how it was, which was totally straight right here. I'm going to get the same bolt that I used earlier, or that was used in the car. I'm going to go ahead and put this down and tighten it onto it. Now, there is actually a torque spec for the steering wheel bolts. I see a lot of people just put the bolts on and just tighten it really hand tight. Yes, that works, obviously, but I want to do it, I guess, by the book, you could say. So the torque spec for this, as across the forums and what everyone says, is 62.5 Newton meters of torque. So I'm going to put this to 65. So I'm going to put this to 62.5 Newton meters. Okay, I just discovered that there's only one way the steering wheel can go in, because there is a notch on the actual, I guess, steering column adapter, and the steering wheel itself, there is a notch that will slide into and out of, and so there's no other way that you can put the steering wheel, because then it just would not fit, right? There's no way you can get 62.5 Newton meters. Honestly, just tighten it hand tight, like, use your hands. You know what's tight enough and what's not. There's no way that this is going to get to 62.5 Newton meters. That's insane. So what we do now, very simple, we finish it up, we just plug everything back in. So the steering wheel is on, but before we take a look at that, of course, we gotta go over here and do it right. We gotta finish up here, reconnect the battery, and then we can go ahead and test the functionality, see if everything does in fact work. You know, paddles, volume, the cruise control, whatever. I'm so excited. Let's do this. All right, let's go ahead and test the steering wheel. Let's go ahead and turn on the car. All right, yes it does. Check that out, okay. If I go into drive and I shift, does it work? Yes, it does. It does work. Okay, all right. That's normal. It's because the car detected that the airbag was unplugged for, you know, whatever reason, however reason. But it does work. Let's test the horn. Okay, horn works. I can't believe how good this looks. This looks insane. I can't describe it. Now, this did take my build to, I think, the next level. It definitely did, because this is something that, I mean, wow. It just feels so good in hand. I can't wait to drive this. Check out the details. I mean, everything is just right. The M stitching right here. There's no gaps or anything bad or unruly anywhere on the steering wheel. Same color stitching over here. The mode and the buttons and everything. That works, but I don't use it because that sucks. I did notice one difference. One of the differences is very obvious, the other one isn't. One of them obviously is the M1 and M2 buttons. I don't have an M5. These buttons are useless. There are some people who have retrofitted a certain system to allow you to change between sport and comfort eco with these buttons, which is really cool. But the other difference is, for some reason on my steering wheel, instead of set, it says limb. I don't know if this is something foreign. Maybe in the USA we all have set and it's different somewhere else. I have no idea. It's cool, a little difference, but the steering wheel looks so great. Wow. So the steering wheel is on. It looks crazy. Can't even believe it's on my car right now. It looks crazy. Wow. Now, I want to know y'all's thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you would do the same thing that I did with my steering wheel, you know, the same style, or if you do something different. Because I know a lot of people have a lot of very different tastes and everything, and I love that because everyone has their own preference. But this is how I would do it, and this is how I did it. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think y'all would do. Wow, really cool. Thanks again to LDH. Very happy with it. Looks amazing. So happy. Driving. But if you want to know when that video drops and the next video is about this car, the Mini, or the M4 drop, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you stay notified when those videos drop, because there's a lot coming. I say this every time, but it's true. There's a lot of content coming. So much. You want to stay tuned for that. But thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. Take care.